So this is Blake Cushing, your King of Kings, speaking again. And I have a few things to point out today. First one is, I'd like somebody to explain to me the difference between Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu of the newly formed belligerent construct called the State of Israel. I didn't know this until just a few days ago, but once my Arab folk, God-fearing Arab folk, kind of a little begrudgingly moved over for the Jews because nobody else in the world would take them or welcome them. And so about, 9 minutes after that happened, give or take a few weeks, I gather, the Jews murdered and destroyed and booted out 140,000, was it, Palestinian families? I'm not sure. Somewhere between 140,000 and 700,000 rings a bell. I'm not a scholar in this domain, I don't pretend to be. I've just been focusing our attention recently on the truth of the developments that are going on in every war center on my planet currently, and the Middle East is one of them. And so the Jews, right from the beginning, like 4,000 years ago, Jacob's own sons molested their neighbors and robbed them of their goods based on horseshit crap, postulating to their father Jacob, so was her sister to be considered a harlot. This little girl fell in love with the boy next door, but he was not Jewish, and they had a mad, passionate love affair, and brothers were crying rape. And the boy said, "Look, Daddy, we're not Jews and everything, but I love this girl. I really want this girl. Please tell them, I wasn't hurting her. I'm in love with her, and I want her for my wife." And so the brothers said, "Oh, really? Well, you see, if you want to be a member of our family, you have to all be circumcised like us, you see." So out popped 28 schmucks, heads neatly exposed. And so the men of the other tribe go, "Oh, shit." And just said, "Well, it's part of our custom, if you want to be with us, this is what you have to do, it's just who we are." And so the father and the elders of the other tribe grab this kid and they say, "Are you serious about this, bitch, man?" He says, "I'll chop mine up right now." I said, "Okay, no, wait." Okay, so they go with the Jews. They say, "Okay, we'll make you deal, we'll cut the heads off our dicks. Just give your daughter to my son, please." And the Jews said, "Okay." And so that evening, they had kind of a bit of a celebration about it, and they chopped their dicks off and heads of the dicks off, and went to recuperate. It was either that night or the night after when they were extremely sore. The Jews came upon them in the night and just lauded them, took all their stuff. I'm not sure if they left their women and children alive. They would have taken their animals and any wealth they had. And so Jacob himself said to these brothers of Dinah, "What the fuck have you done, you dumb-witted fucks? We're just a small tribe. These others are many. You're gonna fuck us up. This is gonna be horrible for us." And it's turned out to be true. But the fact that they blame others for this condition called anti-Semitism, as if there's some shortcoming in the dim-witted Gentile mind that cannot understand the elevated status of the Jew. After all, she had deals with God, right? This is very true. Except the Jew lived up to less than 0% of her end of the covenant. 0. So any divine entitlement that she is claiming for those lands is just fish poop. It's, she canceled her God well over 4,000 years ago. Jacob's own sons did this, and Jacob told them they had done this. And it's clear in their scripture. It's also clear in the scripture what is going to happen to them if they fail to live in complete fidelity to these 10 precepts as well as all the other stuff. I'll save you the effort in locating a Bible and looking it up. To quote the Bible, it says, failure to maintain fidelity to these 10 commandments as well as the other covenants I'm creating with you will result in you being destroyed in the land. Umpteen times. Get this clear into your heads, Jews. The first 4 books of the Torah are full of what's going to happen to Jews if they fail to listen to these laws. And right from Jacob's time, they pissed on them. So they cannot claim that they have a right authored by God to possess those lands. Today, they enjoy the rights of a thief and no more. And I'm their Messiah. I didn't start out with a prejudicial point of view towards the Jews. I've had Jewish girls and lovers that I still love today, desperately. However, I am your King of Kings, and my job, one of my jobs, is justice, and I must recognize the truth as it is, not how I would like it to be, not how I always dreamed it was going to be, but as it is. Nothing added and nothing taken away. And that's my job. I'm going to do it one way or another, somehow or other. So, you can fight me if you like. You can fight the will of God if you like. Or, I would suggest you might want to get busy and read a little bit of the Jewish scripture. You might want to advise the Jews to do that, as well as a few Arabs. It's pertinent all the way to the end of Revelation. Just a suggestion for a little wisdom. The Bible is about 90% poetry. No, 85% poetry, 5% facts, and 10% history. But the history has its tenses all re-originated. That's another whole story. Anyway, have a good day.